high school football coach in Utah has decided to suspend his entire football team unless they agree to sign basically a contract indicating that they would stop cyberbullying a particular student. Now, this is Union High football coach. This is the Union High football coach. And he's saying that he's not going to deal with it. He's tired of this, and he basically found evidence on a website called ask.fm indicating that these football players were cyberbullying this person, and he was tired of it. He was outraged by it. He said the following: I just felt like everything was going in a direction that we didn't want our young men going. We felt like we needed to take a stand. We don't want that represented in our program. Whoever it is doing the bullying, we want to help get them back on the right path. So that's something that I don't really expect from football coaches in America, because when you go to a campus, it seems as though the students that are participating in whatever athletic team it is are above and beyond any type of rule or regulation or law in that entire state. So to see a football coach take a stand like that and suspend all of the students is really, really great. And I hope that inspires other athletics coaches if they see that that kind of behavior is occurring.
Well, you know, coaches, in many cases, coaches are the people who are the teachers that are closest to a lot of the young men in our society. You know, if you're involved in sports, especially if, you know, you're a football player, you know, your coach is like your other dad, and can also be a person who teaches you culture and values and how to be a leader. And what I love about this is that he's taking his players and he's saying to them, you need to be a leader, and we want you to represent the best of what this high school can be, to be leaders and to not let your friends bully, to change the culture, you know, because that's, you know, when we talk about rape culture and we talk about like the Steubenville rape, you know, and all of these other issues that have come up regarding rape by football players, you know, in previous cases, when you have friends who model the best kind of behavior, the best kind of leadership behavior, they help their friends and they also share and spread that leadership. And that goes throughout the culture. You know, it continues on as those people grow older. You know, I think this is a wonderful thing. I think you're right. I hope that other coaches follow through on this, other high schools follow through on this, and have this kind of policy.
Cyberbullying. So now Glendale is going to start their monitoring. The Glendale School District
here in California.
Yes, and Unified School District is going to start monitoring. They hired a company to start monitoring their students' social media.
Oh.
Yeah, so apparently class sizes at 40 doesn't matter much to the people in Glendale. But taking money instead of hiring a teacher, they're going to hire a company to monitor. I guess it just gets them used to getting ready for real life, right? Because we're all monitored now all the time, the NSA.
It's just conditioning
So is that
them.
what's happening? So that's really happening. That's really happening right now, and that is just crazy to me that they're spending money to do that. Cyberbullying, I don't know. It's a different generation, right? So I don't know much about it, but it's not the same as real bullying. And
cyberbullying can be vicious, though.
It can be very damaging.
And just to give you a quick example of that, let's say a female classmate sends a boy a nude picture of herself. He posts that online, people comment on it, people share it. I mean, that is an extreme form of cyberbullying.
Right.
But stuff like that happens all the time. Or one student will create a Facebook page that's particularly hateful. Like, I don't know, I'm going to put myself in a student's shoes, and it'll be like, Anna Kasparian is a bitch, right? And then a bunch of people will go on there and say mean and hateful things. And then anytime you search your name on Google, that page pops up. I mean, that's another example of cyberbullying. So for people like us, I mean, we're adults. I mean, I get a bunch of crap like that all the time, and I think it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
But when it happens to someone who's going through all of these hormonal changes and who's going through a tough time, I mean, it could literally mean the difference between life and death. Students kill themselves as a result of this kind of bullying.
So are you for the monitoring then?
No, I think the monitoring goes way too far. I don't like that idea. I think that it's a privacy violation. But I do like the idea of administrators actually taking a stand, because oftentimes they're chicken shit. They don't want to do anything when they find out that a student is being bullied. So as long as there are actual consequences to their actions, then I'm in favor of it. But we don't need to be monitoring everything that occurs online.
Yeah, you don't have to have a private contract go out to some company, which sounds to me like it's somebody, you know, doing a favor contract using school district money in order to give some business to a private company. Whereas we could have, I don't know, you know, teachers and coaches and parents, adults in these kids' lives.
Once a semester, maybe a comedy show, maybe a comedian comes in. I don't know. Could happen.
But you know, people who are actually teaching kids these values and saying and putting the check on that and saying, you know, you don't have to be this way. In fact, it's better if you use all your powers for good instead of for evil.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, tip of the hat to Union High coach Matt Labrum.
Yes. Anyway, I do want to add one more thing to this story because I want you guys to know exactly what he's doing with this contract. So he made each player sign a contract stipulating that they will attend counseling sessions on character development, study hall sessions, and perform 2 days of community service instead of team practice. The squad was also ordered to hold new elections for their team captains. Damn,
Wow.
that's serious. That's
Wow.
serious.
That
He's
guy-
not messing around.
And he still doesn't even know who the original perpetrator was.
No.
He's
Wow.
basically punishing the entire team, but in actuality, I don't think he's actually really punishing them that much. I think
a
he's
lesson.
teaching them.
Yeah, it's a lesson. I hope he has kids because this is the type of man that should
Yeah,
have kids.
that's a good. He's really, you know, he's not messing around. It's like this is
not
what's going to happen. You're not the captain of the football team anymore. Neither are you, and we're getting new ones. And this, yeah, and it's no discussion, and he just does it. I like that.